has to be a pic somewhere.
Found one.
You can also use this for that song because it has a pickup. So it's.
I'm not in tune.
Just have to press down. If you have any words about it, I would suggest doing.
I think we should just do Nick.
Just because I don't want you to do something and then
Yeah.
upset about it.
Which one's Nick?
It's the.
Oh my god. Oops, I just realized it.
Hello?
So it's. That's an F, and then it's G.
So, how comfortable would your dad be playing?
Oh, so
Okay, because I feel like
you can ask
I
him
would
right
feel a lot better. Would you be fine doing Elena?
now. That one.
This one.
Yeah, I'm fine doing that.
Because I feel like I'd be more comfortable doing it with Sophie.
Great.
Which one's the off? And it's over here next to that.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to put your battery in there too. So. But there's only, you notice there's only one button, the other one I keep tape over, so that nobody gets confused.
What is that over button?
It's a mute button. But,
What happens if you accidentally hit it over the tape?
no, you can't.
Oh, is it a switch?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm scared.
Why? You're going to sit with Rabbi over there, and there's a script. There's a script on the. We'll do all the intros. Rabbi and I will do all the intros. There's a script for the announcements right there, so that's yours. You can take it. There's a charger right there.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Plug it into the blue cord that's up there.
Cause
Plug it into the blue cord. No cuz. I don't have time. Okay. Here. Plug in. Yep. Actually, I'm going to use the guitar first, so.
Hannah, we didn't decide on any capos for anything.
Uh-oh.
We can do it right now. Steal this piece.
Would one of you like to say some words? Or even both of you like to say some words, or maybe all three of you like to say some words, about, before we do Kitah Heh, I kind of want to say, you know, how camp is such a special place because it really is this really holy and wonderful community, this different community for all. And have each of you kind of say something about, you know, kind of, because here, this is a holy community too, right? So what is it that makes camp a holy community for a different kind of holiness than what we get here at Temple Beth? Are you comfortable with that question? Sure. Great. Are you comfortable with that question?
Yeah.
All right.
Like I can say something about a bunch of different teams that are also figuring out their Jewish identity. Helps you feel more comfortable.
I love it. Perfect.
Does it have to be long?
No. No, I don't want it to be long at all. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check.
So wait, let's pick on cable.
No. You get those ones, I'm sure. We're gonna put
So okay, what? I was able to sit up and you guys. Where's that located? Oh.
Put you over here, Bob. Okay, so you take a shaky. You take a shaky. You got shakies. Where's Rabbi?
I think
just first.
yeah, first one. Because I feel like I've never heard. And then we went with that one. Oh no, that's the bird.
Cantor. Where's my outline?
Right here. There you go. All right, I have to get the service started because it was supposed to start 10 minutes ago.
Okay.
So. Yep. Exactly. You have to leave. So.
Mato Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Hine Mato. We can't take him anywhere. Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. How good it is to be together, together as one in love, joy, and laughter. How good it is to be in this moment together. Kulanu beyachad. Hine matov, everyone together. Hine matov, umanayim, umanayim, shevet achim, shevet achim, gam yachad, gam yachad. How good it is to be together, together as one in love, joy, and laughter. How good it is to be in this moment together. Kulanu beyachad, kulanu beyachad. Shabbat Shalom.
I find it fascinating how sometimes things just come together. This week's Torah portion is Noah. And I was wondering this morning what I was going to say tonight about hope and this third candle we've been lighting for over a year now, and how disappointing it is that we still have to light the candle. And then I looked, and the sun was coming through a window at our apartment, and perhaps refracting through a bottle of water. And there was a rainbow in our apartment. And I said to Janet, "Do you see it?" And I held my hand where it was. She said, "Yeah, I can see it in your hand." The rainbow is a sign of hope. The rainbow is a sign of renewal. When we see the rainbow, there's a bracha, a blessing. We bless God for being the one who remembers the covenant. It's not the covenant with Abraham that makes us who we are. The covenant with Noah, which is for the whole world. And I thought, at the time when I don't know about you, but I hear there are a lot of people that are kind of stressing about the election coming up. I don't know about you, but I hear there are people who are really upset by what's going on in Israel and Gaza and Lebanon and Syria and Iraq and Iran. And then there's this light that comes through. It reminded me what we see as light seems to be white light. But what's it made of? When it goes through the prism and it refracts, and you see all the way from infrared to ultraviolet, or at least close to that, because I'm not sure how far we can see with our eyes in that way, we realize that there's a spectrum. And it's within that spectrum of different colors, of different wavelengths, coming together as one, that we illuminate the world. And that's what we have to do. We have to see the differences that can divide us and make them into something that unites us and becomes a blessing and becomes light that dispels the darkness and lights the world. So hope is not some passive thing perhaps, but something we have to work at, something we have to make real, day by day, moment by moment, caring about each other, smiling at each other, helping each other, even helping a stranger. It's not unusual. Yesterday I got a phone call here at the temple. Somebody, not Jewish, not a member of the congregation, not even somebody who lives here in San Pedro or RPV. We've come into this really hard time in our lives, Rabbi. We are scrambling to everything we can find to try and get some money so that my sister doesn't get thrown out of her apartment. And we were able to give her a little something to help them along the way today. That's what this place stands for. It says, "My house shall be a house of worship for all people." We need to make sure that that's always true. There's room here for us. We can differ on politics. We can differ on ritual. We can differ on all sorts of things. What we can't let ourselves differ on about is that we are all of us, made with a spark of the divine inside of us. That should give us hope. Let us keep that spark alive and glowing and move into this sacred space we call Shabbat on a night where we encourage our children to go off to camp and learn more and to celebrate and see what Shabbat can be like, where there's no department store, and there's no soccer game, and there's no, well, that's a whole other thing. But there is Shabbat.
There is.
And time to light the Shabbat candles.
It is.
And
And there's a bat mitzvah tomorrow, Rabbi.
there is,
Yeah, you have to set your alarm.
there's a bat mitzvah tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning, you're going to have to wake up.
So here's,
No sleeping in for you.
here's a little preview. This is not sad, this is special. This will be the last bat mitzvah that I do as the rabbi of a congregation. There'll be some bar mitzvahs coming up, but this will be the last bat mitzvah. But, talk about things coming together, and I'm going to mention it tomorrow again. About 40 years ago, it was my privilege to teach the class that Josie Morris was in for her adult bat mitzvah, to teach them Hebrew. And it was a great class. It was a wonderful experience. Not only was Josie in it, Maya's grandmother, but Olivia's grandmother was also in that very same class. It is an amazing gift for a rabbi to be able to be involved with the bat mitzvah of a grandparent, and then be around for the grandchild. But to do that 2 weeks in a row, that's sort of like the Dodgers winning the World Series.
Right in between, right in between. It was
Right in between
perfect.
those, right? You know?
It's the perfect
And-
week.
I didn't do mine based on unearned runs.
Much. They earned every run that they got.
Yes, well, okay. So, I'm going to call upon the Felchers to light our Shabbat candles tonight.
Nomi, would you like to come and join them? All right. Look at this, 3 generations of Felsherim. That's Felshers in Hebrew. It's the plural.
That's the
Felsherim.
plural.
Felsherim.
Im.
Exactly.
I love this job.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitchanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. And we continue on page 123 in your prayer books. with the Kiddush, the blessing over the wine, a symbol of joy. And I got to find the right 123.
We'd like to invite our Director of Education, Max, and our Kitah Heh teacher, Jessica, to come and join me over here as well for Kiddush. And because without them, we wouldn't have this amazing Heh class that's also participating tonight in our service. So come on over. And we invite all of you to please stand. We are on page 123. Let them through, let them through. Fabulous.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ava u'vratzon hinchilanu zikaron lemase v'reshit ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim ve'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'vratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat. Amen. L'chaim, l'chaim. That's okay. Okay, perfect. Shabbat shalom. Thank you.
So while you're,
Shabbat shalom, Max.
while you're standing there, we're going to keep it brief tonight, but while you're standing there, turn to somebody around you, wish them a Shabbat Shalom, give them a quick hug.
Perfect. All right. Shabbat shalom. All right,
Okay,
so
okay.
that mic's working, that mic's working, you're all good. Yeah, I know.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough, that's enough. Moving right along.
And if you're with us on Zoom, please greet each other also in the chat. We'd love to have you greeting.
Oh. And, where'd she go?
Yeah.
And in this
That mic's
moment,
working,
before we go into the next song, everybody look at Lodell,
You just have to be close to it.
right over here in the aisle, busy talking and ignoring the rabbi. Everybody look at Lodell and say, Happy birthday, Lodell. What better place to celebrate a birthday than on Shabbat right here?
We want to invite you all to take your seats, please. I'm not telling you where to take them, but take them. And I am joined here on the Bima tonight by three trained professional song leaders and a trained professional camper. Okay, and that would be these amazing folks behind me, and they are Will and Hannah and Zoe have completed their tenure as campers at URJ Camp Newman last summer when they completed their CIT year, learning to be counselors, and this summer, each of them in the next like 2 weeks is planning to apply to return and work for the camp now and be your counselor maybe, or maybe your counselor, or maybe your counselor over there. I don't know. Anything is possible. But they also trained to be incredible song leaders. And so I'm going to hand over the reins for the most part to them tonight to lead us in prayer, because they do a great job with that as well. Camp, by the way, camp is our Kehillah Kadosha. It's our holy community. This is also our Kehillah Kadosha. This is our holy community as well. But part of the care philosophy of camp is Kehillah Kadosha. Right? These three know the care philosophy. They had to learn it and be able to dictate it back at people. So part of that philosophy is to create a holy community. And so before they open with this opening song for you, I was hoping that Will and Hannah and Zoe would just, for a moment, share with you, very brief moment, share with you what it is about camp that makes that place their Kehillah Kadosha. Because we all know that this place is a Kehillah Kadosha for all of us. But camp gets to be that second space, that second place, that second home, if you will, for them, that second holy space. And I'll get to you later, I promise. I always get to you. But I would like for one of you to take the reins and share with the congregation very briefly, what is it about camp that makes it your Kehillah Kadosha?
Something about camp that I find very special is that you're in a place surrounded by other teens and other people your age that, better? You're surrounded by a bunch of teens and other people your age that are also finding their own Jewish identity and trying to search for what makes it special to them. And it makes it a very comfortable place to explore that.
I love that. Hannah?
Being at camp, not only can you embrace your Jewish identity, but you also get to embrace your Jewish identity with other teens also exploring their identity as well.
I love it.
For me, camp is an amazing place, and it's an opportunity for me to grow as a person and to meet new, amazing, kind people who I get to consider my family.
So, in case you were wondering why this congregation spends money to send these amazing kids to camp, you're starting to hear it a little bit. And now you're going to hear it a little bit more as they share with you this great Dan Nichols song called, appropriately, Kehillah Kadosha. Feel free to sing along if you know it or if you catch on to it. We want you to participate too.
Are a 10, then we're Nitzavim. We stand here today and remember the Jew. If you are a 10, then we're Nitzavim. We stand here today and remember the Jew. Kehillah Kadosha, Kehillah Kadosha, Kehillah Kadosha. Kadosha, lai 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 lai, lai 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 lai, lai 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 lai. Oh, lai 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 lai, lai 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 lai, lai 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 lai.
Each one of us must play a part. Each one of us must heed the call. Each one of us must seek the truth. Each one of us is a part of it all. Each one of us must remember the pain. Each one of us must find the joy. Each one of us, each one of us.
Kehillah Kadosha, Kehillah Kadosha, Kehillah Kadosha, Kehillah Kadosha.
We continue our service now on page 131. Right in the middle of Psalm 96, on page 131, you will find the words, actually toward the end, the 4 lines up from the bottom, you'll find the words Ya'aloz Sedai. And our song leaders continue as we move into this psalm.
Ya'aloz Sedai, bechol asher bo Ya'aloz Sedai. Ay, 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 Ya'aloz Sedai, bechol asher bo Ya'aloz Sedai. Ay, 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 az yiradenu kol atzei ya'ar, az yiradenu kol atzei ya'ar, az yiradenu kol atzei ya'ar, az yiradenu kol atzei ya'ar. Ya'aloz Sedai, bechol asher bo Ya'aloz Sedai. Ay, 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 Ya'aloz Sedai, bechol asher bo Ya'aloz Sedai. Ay, 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 ay.
And we continue on page 132 with the words Or Zarua Lat Sadik Ul Yishrei Lev Simcha. Right at the very bottom of the page, the last paragraph.
Tzaddik, Ul Yishrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua Tzaddik, Ul Yishrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua Tzaddik, Ul Yishrei Lev Simcha. Ul Yishrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua Tzaddik, Ul Yishrei Lev Simcha. Ul Yishrei Lev Simcha. Lai, lai, ai, lai, 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 yai, lai, ai, lai, ai, lai, yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, ai, lai, ai, lai, lai. Zarua Tzaddik, Ul Yishrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua Tzaddik, Ul Yishrei Lev Simcha.
We continue now as we turn to page 138 and 139 with these words of Lachadodi, these beautiful words, this beautiful text written by Shlomo Halevi Alkabetz that speak of welcoming the Shabbat bride into our midst. We will sing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. When we arrive at verse 9, we'll invite you to stand and face the doors through which we entered so that we can welcome the bride into our midst. That's okay. I'll fill in the headlines.
Ya la 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 lechadodi, ya la 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 likrat kala, ya la 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 b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat nekam elaya. Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad, ishmianu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad, u'shmo echad, le'shemu tiferet v'nitilah. Yai lai lai, ya la 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 lechadodi, ya la 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 likrat kala, ya la 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 b'nei Shabbat, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mekor haveracha merosh tikedem nesucha. סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. יאללה אליי, יאללה לה 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 לך דודי, יאללה לה 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 לקראת כלה, יאללה לה 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 פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. בעורף קומי אורי, אורי אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. יאללה אליי, יאללה לה 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 לך דודי, יאללה לה 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 לקראת כלה, יאללה לה 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 פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. Stand and we face the doors through which we enter. בואי בשלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, יאללה אליי, יאללה לה 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 לך דודי, יאללה לה 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 לקראת כלה, יאללה לה 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 פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. יאללה לה 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 לך דודי, יאללה לה 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 לקראת כלה, יאללה לה 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 פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. And as long as we're all standing, we turn to page 146 for our call to prayer, the Baruch Hu. La 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 la, la 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 la.
Am I awake?
Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Baruch Adonai HaMvorach Le'olam Va'ed, Le'olam Va'ed. Yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai, yalla la lai lai lai, ya 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 la lai lai lai. We continue on page 148 to 149 with the Mariv Aravim. Roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Orei yom v'layla, kolel or minei choshech, kolel or minei choshech, v'choshech mipnei yom.
Roll into dark.
Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into dark, into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night.
We continue now on page 151.
As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery.
I want to invite Mason to come up and join me as we lead you now in the Shema, which you'll find on page 152. Come on over, bud. Don't know who's doing that. There you go. Are you ready? 152. There you go. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shekevot Le'olam Va'ed. Nice job, David. You may be seated as we invite forward Maya, too, to lead us in Ve'ahavta, page 154. Either side.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים אלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
As we turn to the Micha Mocha, which you'll find on page 158, our song leaders are going to start with an entry song into the Micha Mocha, which, if you want to look at the words, you would find them on page 73 in the weekday morning service just before the Micha Mocha, or right after the Micha Mocha. And these words were discovered at one time while praying by our friend Dan Nichols. And he was so struck by them that he wrote this melody to go with them.
What is my lifespan? I'm like a Jew gone out of Egypt. The Red Sea parts, I've walked on dry land. 2 walls of water on my right and on my left hand. Pharaoh's army, his horsemen behind me. For me, the desert, perhaps the promised land too. Is my life span? Whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, 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 oh,
את אדוני את יעקב, גאולה מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
We're about to continue on page 160. And I realize, Hashkivenu. Do you ever have a night where you just can't quite seem to fall asleep? Where the mind is running whatever, too worried about what's going to happen tomorrow or what went on today. And this prayer goes back to around the year 860, it says, of the Common Era. That's what inspired this. In the first known real prayer book that we had, Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom. Let us lie down, O God, in peace, with a sense of wholeness and completeness, so that we can rest during the night. V'ha'amidenu shomreinu l'chaim, and cause us to rise up in the morning, our guardian. And in the meantime, ufros aleinu sukkot shlomecha. Spread over us your sukkah, your shaky, fragile structure of peace.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom.
L'shalom. Ve'ha'amidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukkot shlomecha. Ufros aleinu sukkot shlomecha. Adonai haporei sukkot shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo, ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo, ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Baruch Ata Adonai haporei sukkot shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Page 162. Ve'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, v'dorotam b'tolah. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, v'dorotam b'tolah. V'yuven b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam, ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai, asa Adonai et hashamayim v'et haaretz. Ubayom Shabbat vayinafas ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת בדורותם ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת.
Every word every word of one's prayer should be like a rose that is picked from a bush. One gathers rows upon rows until a bouquet is formed and can be offered to God as a beautiful blessing. Words of Rabbi Nachman of Bratslav. So, as we're about to enter Tefillah, the prayer, the Amidah, the standing, what bouquet do you want in your heart at this moment? What do you want to pray for? What do you want to ask for? What do you want to give thanks for? We're on page 164.
Our songers
Or
are gonna
perhaps 163
yeah.
for the song. And I'm going to say, please rise. And Olivia,
Come on up, Olivia. Take that with you. Go for it. All right.
Thought has blown the marketplace away. There's a song on the wind and joy in the trees. Shabbat has arrived in this world, scattering a song in the silence of the night, and eternity utters a day, and eternity utters a day. Whoa, yai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Adonai Svatai, Svatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagitehi Latecha. Adonai Svatai, Svatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagitehi Latecha. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'Nehem Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor leolam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah rav lehoshia. Mashiv haruach umorid hagashem. Mechalchel chayim bechesed. Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim. Somech noflim verofeh cholim. Umatir asurim. Umekayem emunato lishenei afar. Miachamocha ba'al gevurot umido melach. Melech mimit umechaye umatzmiach Yeshua. V'ne'eman ata lahachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye hakol.
Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom, yahalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
So, you can see here. So, please continue silently, offering up on the altars of your hearts prayers of thanksgiving for all the blessings that fill our lives, and prayers for strength to overcome the challenges that come to every life. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. when we are ill and in need of healing, or we know someone who's in that place, either mind, body, or spirit, we turn to the one that blessed our ancestors. They drew strength from the Creator, from what holds us all together. And so we turn our hearts and our thoughts to those who are ill and in need of healing. We begin at the back of the prayer book for those who endure chronic conditions. God of our mothers and fathers, watch over all who live with genetic disorders, life-threatening medical conditions, and chronic or degenerative diseases. Bless them with endurance and resilience, fortitude and hope, with opportunities to thrive and shine, even as their conditions progress. Watch over them, their families and friends, our community, and all of humankind. We pray for the wisdom and insight to see each member of our community with clear eyes and an open heart, as another human being, a whole person with hopes and dreams, proud of who they are, striving to be their best selves, struggling with this life and loving it too, as we all do. Rock and shelter. Grant us all the ability to see each other's humanity clearly, to cherish each other's individuality, to care deeply about one another, to mourn our losses and celebrate our victories together, so that we live, act, and pray as one community of care and blessing. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamechin mitzadei gaver. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who strengthens our steps. We're now on page 371. And are there names you would like to mention this evening for healing with the Misha Baruch? Riva? Riva. Okay. Olivia? Oh, sorry.
Martha Ebersman,
What? Say again?
Martha Ebersman, and Pam Mitchell, Eleanor DeKayanan, Julia Kleiman, Shirley Harrison, Danny Sowell, Tom Pratt, Joanne Pease, Donna Hess, and all in our hearts.
And Rabbi Louis Barth.
Now repeat after me. Dear God of our ancestors,
Dear God of our ancestors,
help us renew our faith.
help us renew our faith.
Grant us a perfect healing.
Grant us a perfect healing.
Bring peace to all our days.
Bring peace to all our days.
Revanah,
throughout days and nights.
We celebrate the journey.
We celebrate the journey,
The precious gift of life.
the precious gift of life.
Refanala,
Refanala, Refanala, Elna, Refanala, Refanala.
Well, this is Story Shabbat. So we have a story for you.
Take a break.
Yes. Now's the time. Yes. Our Hey class with our teacher, Jessica. This would be the time, yes. Listen to your teacher. Here's one.
Is that the only one? I said he had three.
Noah, he built him an arky. Made it out of gopher barky. They'll be right with you. And give God your glory. I can't sing that song without thinking of Dorothy Paul scowling at me. She hated that song so much. I know. Are you ready?
Yes.
Whenever you're ready. Born ready. That's right.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I have the great privilege of being the Hay class teacher. And here they are. We're on the Bema tonight because it is our turn to lead prayers, as we have done, or they did, and to share a little bit of what we have learned so far this year. I think of these kids as my four little rabbis. They are amazing. They have thoughtful answers to questions, and this is more important, they ask provocative questions, as Rabbi will testify, because he gets the provocative question at the bat mitzvah. We've been studying the Torah service, which is heavy with symbolism. In particular, it is our way, the Jewish way, of reenacting when we received the Torah from God. Our tradition teaches us to think of ourselves that we were all at Sinai when God gave us the Torah. This is a very unique idea. We don't say, for example, as Americans, we were all there at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, or we were all there during the Constitutional Convention. We don't say that, but we were all at Sinai. And why we believe this, I'm just going to leave for another discussion. We were obviously not literally all at Sinai, except for some amazing exceptions. Tonight, we will present a brief story of how it happened that the 5785 Hay class of Temple Bethel actually was at Sinai. They were there. Briefly, but they were there. They were there because one of them bought a time machine on Amazon. She found out about it on TikTok. Not
not bad, huh? I made that up. Actually, parenthetically, I had like 5 jokes, and my youngest daughter read through this and she said, no, Mom. Anyway, she got it cheap on Prime Day. So let's see what happened. First of all, we're going to dim the lights a little bit, but not too much so we can't read our scripts or see the keyboard. My Madrich, Phoenix, over there, amazing. What? Louder. Yeah, just follow your script. Okay, so the lights will dim shortly. As soon as Cantor finds the dimming switch on his phone. Okay. Maya, here's your, not too much. Oh, that's great. Okay. All right.
I hope this time machine idea of yours works, Maya, and it gets us to Mount Sinai when God is giving the Torah to the people.
That's the plan. I'm adjusting the settings right now.
How do you know what setting to use? I mean, what if we're off by a day?
There are only 3 settings, an hour ago, back in the day, and a long time ago. I'm setting the dial to a long time ago.
I'm here setting the says to go back to where you came from. Won't we be stuck?
He's right. How will the machine get us back to right now?
I really don't know. One thing at a time, everyone. Hold hands and stand in a circle. Okay.
My parents would like the back in the day setting. They're always saying, back in the day this, or back in the day that.
My parents were always complaining about cell phones back in the day.
There were no cell phones back in the day.
Shh, here we go. Okay.
Oh, the Amazon box. 50% off.
Will wonders never cease? The Heh class appears to be at the foot of Mount Sinai, or perhaps in front of the ark. According to tradition, they are the same things.
I can't believe this cheap thing actually worked.
So this is where God gave the Torah to the people.
How many mountains do you know that look like this?
But where are all the other people? The ones who were really there?
Out there somewhere.
This is where it happened, guys. And in our textbook, it says, or will say, that God gave us the Torah 3 times.
Oh yeah, the first time was when God gave the Torah to Israel at Mount Sinai.
God gave it to Israel a second time every time we study Torah.
God then regave the Torah to Israel when we were on the steppes of Moab.
Wherever that is or was, what are we doing here? There, sorry.
We must have been lost.
Put in the time machine.
I will be reading from that scroll tomorrow, I hope.
It looks so shiny and fresh up there. And they got that new Torah smell.
I thought we only got one Torah from God. Why are there so many here?
Backups. We had a long way to go to the promised land.
let's try and remember what we learned in class about the Torah service. This is where it all started, here at Sinai.
Good idea. What did we learn?
What a great group of kids. If only their teacher, me, had been there to experience this with them and to hear them remembering what they learned in class. Wait, according to tradition, I was there.
So what have we learned already?
We learned that participating in the Torah service is like being at Mount Sinai.
That's right. We stand when the service begins and when we open the ark. Israel stood when the Torah was given at Mount Sinai.
God said to Moses at Mount Sinai, "Stand here with me and I will tell you all the commandments and laws."
We learned that the Torah service acts out the years that we spent wandering in the wilderness after God freed us from Egypt.
Israel marched behind the ark when they walked through the wilderness.
And we marched around the sanctuary holding the Torah so everyone can get close to it.
We learned that Torah service is like a Torah class.
We read Torah on Mondays, Thursdays, and Shabbat. Did you know that we have Thursday Torah study on Zoom with Rabbi and Cantor?
That's a plug.
And you should all attend.
Yeah, that's right.
And even the word Torah in Hebrew comes from the root for the word instruction. The Torah teaches us so many things.
Okay, here we are, and there are the scrolls, there are the people, but where is Moses?
Moses is up there on the mountain with God, or not.
We must get going, guys. The time machine is overheating. Quickly, get in a circle and hold hands.
Do you think we should say a prayer?
That's a good idea because I don't know what setting will get us home. There are 3 settings: tomorrow, forward into the day, and a long time into the future. I'm choosing that one, a long time into the future.
Look, there's Moses.
Hi.
Moses, is that you?
Yes, exactly. Children, you need to leave. I will always remember you being here, and you must always remember you being here. Safe travels.
The time machine is starting. Hold hands quickly. We have a long time to go.
Have a nice day.
Goodbye, Moses.
Well, that's how it happened, that the 5785 Hay class of Temple Bethel actually was at Sinai, for real. And if you are a parent of one of these children, you are a most fortunate individual, as is their teacher, me. And I just want to introduce them. Alex, and then Alex Wasserman. You may recognize this young lady from last Saturday, Maya too. Mason Kang.
Hi.
And Olivia.
Hello.
Felser, tomorrow. Be here or be square. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to be slow.
I think it's the last one.
Don't just leave that time machine in the middle of the bema. No one knows what could happen.
I was hoping I could use it and go back to being 70 again.
Only 70?
I don't want to be greedy.
Don't want to be greedy. I like that.
Now? Well, when dinosaurs roamed the earth, 77.
He's older than he was when you asked that question.
Yes. That's right. So, and the other thought is, this would be a good time to go to Vegas, I guess. Okay, we are continuing now with a birthday blessing. Well,
We're not sure.
I know of one. And is there anybody who is young at
Technically,
heart?
this should be the birthday blessing for children
Children.
under the age of 13 who are celebrating a birthday in the month of November. Are there any children with a month of November birthday? Well, Elliot, get up here then.
Well then.
Come on, Elliot.
Oh, Liddell, it's your birthday right now. Get up
That's
here.
right, you're October.
Listen, until somebody comes up here for a blessing, we can't go to the Oneg.
Yeah, it is, actually.
It's me?
It was. I don't know why, but it was. We'll fix that for the morning. What? It's William's birthday too in November? Well, come over here, William. Is it really your birthday in November? Well, get over here. Wait, I want you to stand here. I want the rabbi to stand here, and I want Liddell to stand here. Come on, this is going to be so cute. That is adorable. That is so cute. He makes me feel really small, so.
Hopefully next year, you'll be able to afford a full-size rabbi.
Ah.
At least they have a heart full of
I'll give you that.
Thank you. There are groups of people that never celebrate a birthday. And they can believe what they want to believe, and they can do what they want to do. But for me, I think that's sad. Because life gives us all the chances we could possibly want to cry. They just come to us. But we have to pursue the ones that allow us to laugh and be filled with joy. And when we pause for a moment and we think about the fact that it's been another year since we were born, and all that that can mean in terms of what was and what will be, needs to be celebrated and done so with a blessing. And we have the advantage of having had the Torah, which tells us that God spoke to Moses and told Moses to tell Aaron, his brother, taller brother, to use these words when the children of Israel were to be blessed. And for thousands and thousands of years, we've used these very same words to invoke God's blessing.
Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you always.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May the light of God's presence always be found in your lives. May God always be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May God always...
There you go. Perfect. See?
May God always take notice of what is happening in your lives. May God always smile upon you and grant you the greatest gift of all, that of peace and completeness in your lives and in the lives of those you love, as we all say, Amen.
Amen.
And could you please share with me what they fed you? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, William.
I'll get magnets for you for the onyx.
So handsome.
Here, let me help you down.
Thank you. It's a little high up here.
Didn't want you to get a nosebleed.
I was running out of oxygen. It's astounding what a serious and formal congregation this is. And now, believe it or not, my outline says it's time for some announcements. Katie?
Can I use this one? Am I loud enough?
Are you
We'll
loud
see.
enough? We'll see.
Shabbat Shalom. It's my pleasure to be here this evening representing the Temple Menorah Board
Whoops.
of Directors.
Which temple?
Temple Bethel.
Wow. Oh, no, you can't do that to her.
If only you knew. It's actually more my pleasure to be here this evening.
Wow.
First, I would like to wish Olivia Flesher and her family a big mazel tov on the occasion of her becoming a bat mitzvah tomorrow morning. Your entire Temple Bethel family is so very proud of you and your incredible accomplishments. I'd like to tell you that watching you standing up here, you had so much confidence. It was wonderful to be able to see that, and I know you're going to do wonderful tomorrow. I'd like to take a few moments to share some upcoming events with you. Our 18-week Intro to Judaism course with Rabbi Marvin and Cantor Ilan begin this Sunday, November 3rd at 9:30. How much do you know about Judaism? Are you a beginner or a long-time student? Either way, there's always something more to learn and to add to the depth of your understanding of Judaism. Please take advantage of this wonderful opportunity to learn in a fun and supportive atmosphere with our Rabbi and Cantor. On Saturday evening, November 9th, at 7 p.m., TBE is celebrating a very unique multimedia concert to commemorate Kristallnacht, the Night of Broken Glass. Our deepest gratitude to Bob Gold for underwriting this event. But we do ask for your advanced reservations so that we can plan accordingly. This musical performance features special guests and musicians, including historical photos and English translations alongside meaningful melodies. Do not miss out on this special opportunity. On Tuesday, November 12th at 7 p.m., Rabbi Marv will be leading an adult learning session about Israel. This class will take place virtually on Zoom. Please join us for a discussion of the war or wars and our personal feelings about them. We will also discuss statements that reflect the difficulties of attaining a ceasefire, let alone a peace treaty. Please RSVP to Carrie in the office and she'll be able to provide you with the Zoom link. And lastly, please make your reservations now for our special Artists in Residence weekend coming up on Friday, November 22nd through Sunday, November 24th. We welcome Marilyn and Roger Price to Temple Bethel for a fundraiser weekend in memory of Marilyn's brother, Rabbi Emeritus David Samuel Lieb, of blessed memory. We have a full schedule of services, programs, and events, so make sure you make your reservations early. And with that, I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. For those of you that don't know Marilyn Price, just a word. She is a world-renowned storyteller and puppeteer. And you do not want to miss this weekend because she is spectacular. You will never have heard a story the way that she will tell it in your lives. I can promise you that. I also want to remind everyone that it is Camp Shabbat. And why is it Camp Shabbat? Because last Sunday, registration opened up for returning campers to URJ Camp Newman. And this coming Sunday, registration opens up for new campers at URJ Camp Newman. So if you are a sibling or someone who has already attended camp, you can already register now, and I recommend doing it before the week is over, before Sunday. And if you are new to going to camp and want to register, that opens on Sunday, and we recommend that you do that as quickly as possible because we all know that camp fills up very quickly. There are also other wonderful camps that are opportunities for our kids. URJ Camp Newman is the URJ camp for the West Coast, and therefore it's the camp that we send most of our students to. But we've also sent a lot of students, and we do support our students at any Jewish sleepaway camp. So we've sent a lot of our students to Camp Hess Kramer, Camp Gindling Hilltop, Camp Elohim, Camp JCA Shalom, to name a few. I think that's actually the top ones. But the vast majority of our students go to URJ Camp Newman. And I know that for parents and grandparents, sometimes they wonder, why? Why would I send my child to Northern California for 2, 4, or 8 weeks in the summertime? And I think we've given you a great example over here of the amazing leaders that are built at Camp Newman and created at Camp Newman. And I want to just say, by the way, that Zoe Davidson and Hannah Bazo never touched a guitar before they were at camp. They learned to play, they learned to lead, they learned to do everything that they've been doing here tonight, they learned at Camp Newman. And I would love to take credit for it, but I can't. I have to give credit for it where credit is due. And that is to our wonderful camp community. I know that we've got a few campers out here, and I was just, really quick, if I may, Rabbi, I'm going to play Phil Donahue for just a second. Our campers have no idea who I'm talking about. Okay. So, and I just wanted to go around to some of our campers and ask you this question. Here's the best question I can ask you. If you knew someone who wasn't sure if they should go to camp, or if you were talking to someone's parent who wasn't sure that they wanted to send their child so far away to go to camp, what would you tell them about why they should go to camp? You want to answer? You want to say what you think?
I would definitely go back because it was a really fun experience and you get to bond with people you haven't met before, and you get really, really close with them.
Yeah, absolutely, fantastic. You get to bond with them and you get really, really close to them, absolutely. This guy over here was a camper, was a CIT, and was a counselor at Camp Newman long time ago, and now he's in Naval Flight School. So leaders are built at Camp Newman. That's what we do, Jewish leaders. That's what it's all about. Sophia, do you want to say something about why people should go to camp? Here, take that. Close to your mouth. Yeah, perfect. Tell them, why should they go to camp?
They should go to camp because you can make so many friends, and every day there's nothing to be bored.
Yeah, 100%. And no devices. And they're not bored. Go figure. It's amazing. Yeah, Mason, do you have something to say about why people should go to camp?
I've learned so many card games. It's great. It's amazing.
That's true. You learn to play cards. It is amazing. Not gambling, you people. I know where your minds go. They learn really wholesome card games. I can't tell you the names of them because then they sound less wholesome. But no. Oh, you went to camp.
Temple Beth sent me to camp in 1971.
Woohoo!
This is That's my swag.
I love your swag. It's your swig swag.
It's my swig swag because we went to Camp Swig.
I love it. That's fantastic. And one of our other swig swaggers was here earlier. I think she had to go, unfortunately. That was Louise Bass Olfarnes. Louise was here earlier. And yes.
I've never been to camp. However, Sarah Gill, as most of you know, went a year ago as a counselor for the very first time. She's made friends all over the world. And the reason she's not here this weekend, she's working at Camp Newman.
There you go. Absolutely. Job opportunities, people. Job opportunities. All right. Anybody over here want to say anything about why they should go to camp? No. I'm talking about the ones that have been to camp. Yours haven't been there yet, so I'm safe. Don't worry. Rachel went. Go ahead, Noah.
There's awesome food.
There is awesome. They couldn't say that back in 1971 at Camp Swig. Yeah, go ahead, Ellie.
And also the food is good.
Yeah, great. Pass it on to that guy right there, and then bring it back to me.
The food is also good.
And I will tell you, one of the reasons why the food is so good at Camp Newman is because our executive chef grew up at Camp Newman and then went to culinary school and has now come back to serve his community. That is the definition of Kehila Kadosha, my friends. That is the definition of building a holy community and a holy place. And Jade, did you want to say anything or no? Okay. Yep. Oh, Jade's going to tell you one last thing about why you should go to camp.
Well, I didn't go
Close to your mouth.
I didn't go to camp in 2023, but I did in, I didn't in 2024, but I did in 2023, and I'm still friends with all of them, and we are still really close, and they're my really close friends. Like, whenever I can, I go up to San Francisco to visit them, and it's just a really nice community to be a part of.
That's awesome. Thank you. So if you have a returning camper and you have not enrolled them yet in camp and would like to do it during the Oneg tonight, I'm happy to bring out my iPad and help you do it. Because we want to make sure that all of our campers get the spaces and the spots that they want at camp and before they fill up. And I will tell you that within the first 12 hours of camp registration, they had 372 registrations in the first 12 hours. So I'm not exaggerating when I say, don't let grass grow under your feet before you register your children. So, Rabbi? I think I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. And you learn something about Judaism, too.
Yeah, how to eat the food.
We're very food-oriented.
We are very food-oriented, exactly. Sorry?
I said, are we doing Elena?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think so. I think it's on the back of their handouts, actually, so.
Or on page 586.
Come on,
It
join
says
me.
here. Please rise for the Elenu.
It's up to us to call ourselves to task, to sing what's good and true, to bring about redemption. It's what we were free to do. For what's the point of being here if we're not moved to change our ways? Aleinu leshabeach. It's time to live our praise.
Third verse.
It's up to us to own the vision. We are an answer to a call. It's up to us to live the words we speak for the benefit of all. It's up to us to bow down deeply. There's a broken world to raise. Aleinu leshabeach. It's time to live our praise. Aleinu leshabeach. It's time to live our praise. V'anachnu koreim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'nei ביומם, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. We're at the bottom of page 595. Yesh kochavim she'oram magia arza rak ka'asher heim atzmam avdu ve'enam. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light, long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories, their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. And this Shabbat, we recall the names of Jeff Shulkin and Dr. Malin Dollinger, which passed away within this last Shloshim, this last 30-day period. Howard? Do you have a name you'd like to mention now? Within this. And we observe the Yortzites, the anniversary of the passing of Morris Binstein, Lillian Blatt, Charles Bloomberg, Aurora Chavari, Louisa Domsky, Sally Davidson, Martina DeCarli, Joseph Friedman, Leon Gainan, Benjamin Goldheisch, Solomon Golan, Harry H. Greengard, Elaine Grove, Eileen Harris Jordan, Albert Hutler, Leonore Hutler, Lawrence Israel, Irv Kahn, Boris Kolosh, Harriet Korn, Roman Kavichko, Fanny Lenzer, Fred Lieberman, Louis R. London, Beulah Moore, Daria Naftalin, Janine Pagarigan, John William Pellon, Herbert Rubin, Sophie Schulman, Robin Bob Schwartz, Miriam Silver, Joyce Stuhlbarg, Bezalel Weinerman, Nancy Faye Waterman, Aurelia Wise, Carl Zamost. Are there any other names you'd like to mention for Kaddish this evening? I'd like you all to please now rise to say Kaddish for those who have no one left behind to say Kaddish for them. We're on page 598. Together.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma tivrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chai echon u'v'yom echon, u'v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, b'agalav izman karim v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalav shmei d'kudesha b'richu, le'elan min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, ta'amiran be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom. עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. Shalom, Bimromav. Oh, say shalom, Bimromav. Huyase, shalom. Huyase, shalom. Huyase, shalom. Aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down. Say shalom, Bimromav. Oh, say shalom, Bimromav. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Yasher koach, you guys. Great job. You did so well. What?
I should sing my theme song.
I love that.
Wait, hold on.
That was my song.
It was so good tonight. You just have to not look scared.
I know.
You looked petrified, but you were so good. I'm so proud of you.